federal grand jury in Detroit today charged the 13 top leaders of the Weathermen with plotting to bomb public buildings in Chicago, Detroit, New York, and Berkeley, California. The Weathermen are the militant faction of the Students for a Democratic Society. Only one of the 13 is now in custody.
Never before has this nation fought a war which so many Americans opposed for so many different reasons. Never has this dissent been as emotional, as intense, as is the dissent against the war in Vietnam.
The bomb went off in the State Department and did a lot of damage. Another was detonated in Oakland.
Suspects remain at large after a security guard was shot and killed during a robbery at the Bank of Michigan. The FBI has released the names Mimi Laurie, Nicholas Sloan, and Sharon Solars, all members of the radical anti-war group, the Weather Underground.
Come on, you guys, let's go.
Bye, Mom.
Don't forget I practice after school.
What are you still practicing for? You're here to go out to college. Hey, get out of the front seat, that's mine.
Where's Dad?
Hey, Dad, hurry up.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
Hey.
Hey. That's $25.74.
Thank you.
Was that warmed up?
No, thanks.
Okay.
Don't move! Hands in the air! Sharon Solars, you are under arrest for the murder of Hugh Crosney. You have the right to remain silent. If you give up that right, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be provided for you. Do you understand these rights?
Sharon Elizabeth Solars, one of the longest-standing fugitives on the FBI's most wanted list, was arrested yesterday just outside Heatherton, New York, 30 years after the notorious Bank of Michigan robbery that claimed the life of a guard.
Good morning, Jess.
You're late.
Well, if I'm not here, they can't fire me, right?
You look beautiful.
Thanks.
We dropped it into classified advertising. Should be enough room there.
Oh, look at that. National story right in our own backyard. And where were we?
Yeah,
Hold on. Crime was Jankanowicz's. You fired him.
Yeah, and I passed it on to you.
Along with the courts and the State House and like 55 other things. I mean,
This is news, Ben. This. We're a goddamn newspaper. Remember? So why don't you go out and write a nice little story that informs our readers while we still have a few.
I'm sorry, okay? It's that bad, huh?
Do you still have your friend in the FBI field office?
In theory, although I'm not sure she ever wants to speak to me again.
Keep telling me you're a good reporter, right?
Right?
Prove it. These were major radicals, Ben, who know how to hide. So how does the FBI find her after 30 years? Hmm?
So let me say, the state wants to seize private property and transfer it, right? Yeah, yes, I know what eminent domain is. I will if I have to. Court of Appeals exists for a reason.
Is he?
Yeah.
You better be getting ready. Uh-huh. Oh. And you're saying that satisfies public use? Really? Izzy, you ready?
Yeah.
Come on, we're gonna be late.
We're not gonna be late.
You want to bet? My client bought it from his dad, who bought it from his dad, and hopes one day to sell it to his son. It's a great family. I'm sure the jury would enjoy meeting them. Okay.
Right on time.
All set?
Yep.
You got your lunch?
No.
So what's last, math?
No, I got volleyball.
Oh, okay. I'll pick you up after practice. Hey, what's your hurry? Haven't you forgotten something? Billy.
Hi, Mr. Kusanami.
Hi, sweetie.
You kids a little old for this school?
I came to see you. You seen the news?
Well, they're still reporting the news.
Sharon Solars.
Go ahead, go ahead.
You know she is, right?
What?
She was busted, man. She was arrested over in Heatherton.
Why are you telling me this?
Sharon's an old friend.
Are you in trouble, Billy? You know you're still on
I'm
parole.
clean, man.
What's going on?
She called me, wanted to turn herself in, but the feds are assholes. They don't
you
care.
can't get involved in
She's
something
a
like
friend.
that.
She needs a lawyer.
Well, I
They
can't be the
knew
lawyer.
exactly where she was going to be, Jim. All right? Exactly. They knew. They
It's
knew
out of my league.
exactly.
Out of my league.
I can't let her twist in the wind.
I can't do it. I have a kid that just lost her mom.
It's been a year.
Sorry. Call Maggie Hart, Lockwood and Dunlop, Philly. Okay? She's great. Better than me. Sorry.
We set it here. Go ahead.
So, you moved here this morning?
Why do you care? I thought you were covering politics now.
Well, I'm multi-talented. How come she was arrested here if she's been a Vermont housewife for 30 years?
You have to ask her that.
You know, it's funny you should mention it, Dee, because from what I hear, people give jailhouse interviews all the time.
Who do you think you are, the New York Times?
You say New York Times like it's 1985 and you're still impressed.
I'm just a local beat reporter.
I love it when you do that with your hair.
This is a national news story. I think you should go home and tweet about it.
I don't tweet.
Right, you don't email either.
Can I just see the case file? For old time's sake, please.
You think because we hooked up in college, I'm gonna give you access to FBI wiretaps?
Wiretaps? What wiretaps?
This is why I don't talk to you.
And we didn't just hook up in college, okay?
I have to go.
New sheriff in town?
How can you tell?
Well, that's how it usually goes, right? Big case like this, they usually bring in someone from out of town, grab all the glory. Of course, the local field office should at least get credit in the local paper. Why not go put in a good word for you? I'm a very social guy.
Billy Cusimano.
Organic grocery guy?
It didn't come from me.
No, just a well-placed, extremely attractive government source.
Hey, Dad. Here?
Yeah.
Hello? Billy Cusimano? My name's Ben Shepard from the Albany Sun-Times. I wanted to ask you a few questions about the Sharon Solars arrest.
You can, but why would I comment about that?
Well, you know her, don't you?
No, I don't.
Quick search of police records shows you and Sharon together in Mendocino in 1971.
I've never been to Mendocino.
That's not true, is it? You were dealing hash there for an outfit called the Brotherhood of Eternal Love, which is a great name, by the way. Sharon been in touch recently? Look, I know she called you prior to her arrest.
You talked to Jim Grant?
No, I talked to the FBI. Who's Jim Grant?
Who's the FBI?
Well, they had you on a wiretap here for a while, so it seems you're growing something more than tomatoes and potatoes here, Billy.
Shit. That's why I pay taxes, right? So Big Brother can hack my fucking phone.
Who's Jim Grant?
He's a lawyer, man.
Lawyer? Sharon's?
No, he wouldn't take the case. Look, kid, Sharon called me wanting to turn herself in.
Turn herself in?
No, I'm not saying anything else. Everything here's off the record.
See, it doesn't work that way. You got to say off the record before we have the conversation.
Who says?
Those are the rules.
There's rules for what you people do, huh?
So what did she say?
She said that I did great and that she was very impressed.
What did I tell you? Yeah.
Hi, is this Mr. Grant? This is Ben Shepard from the Albany Sun-Times.
Oh, yes.
Just wondering if you care to comment on the Sharon Solar's arrest?
What?
The Sharon Solar's arrest. You declined to take her case. And I was
Yeah, you know, I'm just sitting down to dinner right now. I gotta call you back, okay?
Sir, I just...
As the turbulent decade drew to a close, Students for a Democratic Society, the leading student group opposed to the war in Vietnam, had its power usurped by a more militant faction known as the Weather Underground Organization. Frustrated with years of nonviolent protests that had failed to end the war, the so-called Weathermen decided the best way to stop America's involvement in Vietnam was to bring the war home. The Weathermen radicalized the anti-war movement and carried out a series of bombings against government institutions, including bombing the Pentagon, U.S. Capitol, and the State Department. No group has been more successful in carrying out attacks on U.S. soil.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
You look weird.
I'm fine, honey.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
You are lying because you're smiling.
I'm not smiling.
I'm not smiling.
Well, maybe I'm happy. Here. Come on, eat. I'm gonna get ready.
It's like a grandfather joke. It's good. Hey.
Hey.
You Jim Grant by chance?
Not by chance. Would you follow up on those counter signatures from Roger?
I'm Ben Shepard, Albany Sun-Times. We spoke on the phone. I just figured I'd come by and say hi.
I don't really have anything to say. Oh, and Susan, would you pull out the Rochester files from
You don't
my
know what I'm gonna ask you
report
yet.
For my deposition? What?
I said you don't know what I'm going to ask you yet.
Unless you're a reporter.
Well, I could just put refuse to answer any questions.
What?
I'm just doing a little background, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
No. We're off the record here.
Which part?
All of it. Whatever it is we're going to be talking about here, otherwise you could leave now.
No, it's fine. It's not important. So, did Sharon Solares contact you prior to her arrest?
Does it matter? Since you already printed that she did.
Actually, what was printed was that she may have approached a public interest lawyer who declined to take the case, but your name was never mentioned.
There are 25 lawyers in the area. 9 do criminal, 6 do accidents, 5 do Ds, and 4 do closings. And then there's me.
I wasn't insinuating
The hell with accuracy, huh? Be vague, be accusatory, and whatever sticks. That how it works?
Nothing I wrote was false.
You made it seem like I was harboring a known fugitive.
We can issue a correction.
Sharon Solars did not contact me, and I have no involvement in her case.
Really?
Really.
You know she's now being represented by a Margaret Hart in Philadelphia?
Right.
Miss Hart was a classmate of yours in law school?
Mm-hmm. Lawyers know each other, that's news.
Yeah, but you did refer Miss Hart as counsel, didn't you?
Says who?
Miss Hart herself this morning?
Maggie Hart's one of the best defense lawyers in the country.
But why pass this off? I mean, that's what doesn't make sense to me. Cases like this don't come around very often. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that.
Because Sharon Solars deserves a better defense than I can provide.
Deserves?
Thanks.
That's an interesting word choice.
You know, it may seem untrue to you, but we do live in a free country, and people are entitled to a decent defense. Now, look, I got work to do.
You've handled First Amendment cases, labor cases, you worked hand in glove with the ACLU. I mean, this is right in your wheelhouse, isn't it?
Hey, is this what you came here to talk about?
I'm not sure yet.
Well, that pretty well sums up why journalism's dead. Now, do you mind?
Why did Billy Cusimano come to you?
I don't know.
Well, how well do you know Billy Cusimano?
I don't really.
I mean, you do really. You represented him a few years back on a drug case. You got him off.
I represent a lot of people. Jesus.
Look, I'm not trying to offend you, Mr. Grant.
Well, I'm not offended. You're pretty much exactly what I expected. Susan, I'll call you from the car.
Sir, Mr. Grant, look, I'm just trying to put the pieces together.
Listen, I didn't take the case because I'm a single parent with a private practice and too much on my plate, all right? If I could have helped, I would have.
Because you're sympathetic to their cause? You agree with her tactics?
You know, clearly you have some kind of an agenda here. I don't have time for this bullshit.
I don't actually. I don't care much for either side.
So what, that makes you fair and balanced? You know, it's a funny thing. 30 years ago, a smart guy like you probably would have been involved with the movement yourself. I hope you get what you're looking for, kid. Take care. Hey, guys. Sorry I'm late.
Not a problem. We're having fun.
You do your homework?
Of course.
Good. Thank you.
I'm the one who did it.
Oh, well, thank you.
She's getting better every day.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you walk me through that research?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's all basic stuff. He was born in Bakersfield, California, attended Iowa State University, University of Virginia Law, met his wife while working at the Planet Earth.
Earth First Foundation?
Came up here, started his own practice.
This is what? What happened to her?
Car accident, 48 years old.
Wow, it's horrible.
Yeah. You meet a younger woman, you have a kid, she's not supposed to die on you. She's supposed to meet a car salesman and move to Vegas like mine did.
Anything else?
House is paid for. He's obviously a responsible single parent, pillar of society, do-gooder, a lot of pro bono work.
Right, so basically nothing I can turn into a story. Great.
I cannot believe you're calling me.
I know.
This is a goddamn nightmare.
Dan.
I don't want anything to do with this.
Dan, you're my brother. I need your help.
Go ahead.
Ray, who's your best reporter?
Mansfield.
Mansfield? Bullshit.
Please, have a seat.
Look, so, at first I think Grant is trying to link up with the others. Help negotiate a deal, bring them in, like Solaris tried.
Yeah, well, that would make a good story.
Gets so much better. So I go and I look at the man's history, right? See if he has any known associations to the Weatherman. Nothing.
So?
Nothing on the man at all. The man doesn't exist before 1979. Look at this. I had it wrong, Ray. He's dead. Jim Grant is not trying to represent Mimi Lurie or Nick Sloan. Jim Grant is Nick Sloan.
I'm tired.
I know, sweetheart, but we have to get an early start.
For school?
No, we're not going to school.
And where are we going?
Well, we're going to go on a little trip.
A trip?
Uh-huh.
Breaking news this morning from the Albany Sun-Times reporting former 70s radical fugitive Nicholas Sloan has been discovered in Albany, living as a lawyer named James Grant. Sloan is wanted for murder and has been on the run for more than 30 years.
All right, people, what do we have on Grant?
His Easy Pass paid a toll at 4 this morning on I-87 heading north. The border's already been alerted.
We have an agent talking to his secretary.
Why don't we have a better picture of Grant?
We're working on it.
Well, what about from his house?
Just waiting on the warrant.
The bodies are so bendy.
You know this one's name?
Border security cams are still being checked. There's no matches yet.
Does Grant have any family?
A daughter, 11.
Is she with him? Call the school.
She didn't show. Both parents deceased, brother in New York.
All right, put a tail on the brother. I want bank accounts, credit cards, tracked, not frozen. Where are we on the Title III?
Yeah.
I want to bug every place this guy is known to go. I mean, somebody somewhere knows something, and someone's going to talk. Now, come on, people. This guy's been making us look bad for 30 years now. Let's not be stupid.
Just one moment.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Enjoy your stay, Mr. Graves.
Thank you.
Bye.
What's that? What happened?
It's behind a napkin.
What?
What?
Evil eyes. So, tell me something. What was the best thing that happened to you today?
Well, I got a pet seal. Well, not pet seal, but a little seal doll.
And did you give it a name?
I named her Harper.
Harper?
Yeah.
Why Harper?
Because it's a harbor seal. And now it's a
Harbor.
Yeah, so it's Harper. Harper. Harper.
Oh, Harper. Oh, I get the connection. So, right. Well, where is it? Where's Harper? Not there. Something you should love, you should keep close to.
We're disappointed in you.
You're disappointed in me.
Daniel Sloan is on the move. We're tracking.
See you soon.
Daniel Sloan is stopped at the Rosewood Hotel. We're keeping a safe distance.
You two cameras to stay. Take the elevators.
Hey, what's that noise?
It's a goddamn fire alarm.
Okay, lock down the building now. No one goes in or out.
Not if there's a fire.
Come on.
Okay, what the hell is happening?
They're evacuating the building.
Shit. It's a diversion. It's Contact the local police and fire department. Notify them that we have a dangerous fugitive. Send them a description of Nicholas Sloan. All right, what do we have on the brother, and where is he?
I have no idea. And the place is completely jammed. There's too many people. I can't...
I got him! East stairwell! Don't move!
Right.
Stay right there!
Monroe's got him.
I'm her uncle. The girl is my niece. I'm her guardian. I have papers.
Let me see. Oh, don't be scared. It's okay.
He's got custody papers. It's Sloan's daughter.
Jesus Christ.
He handed her off. He can't be far. Send the second team down to the basement and post 2 officers outside.
I'll get crowded. Charles, around the corner. Come with me. Eyes on the crowd. Subway. Woods, let's check the subway.
Nothing here. Let's go.
Sir, we can't find him.
Come on, people.
Sir, how long have you been in contact with Nicholas Sloan?
No comment.
Is that his daughter?
No comment. I want to get her home.
Fugitive terrorist Nicholas Sloan had apparently been practicing law in Albany for 3 decades under the name James Grant before he was exposed recently by a reporter from the Albany Sun.
This shit should already be over. We need better intel.
We've grilled the brother.
Have we gotten anything out of Sharon Solars?
No, she's refusing to talk.
She'll talk to the local reporter. She's already said.
Well, what do we know about him?
Nothing reporter, local.
Okay. Let's get him in.
Can you try and pull it together?
Of course.
I'm serious. Cornelius is already pissed.
Hello there.
Special Agent Cornelius, you must be Shepard.
Yep.
The prisoner is considered dangerous. You do not accept anything from her. No letters, packages, or messages of any kind. Your time starts now.
Hello.
Oh, you're much younger than I thought you'd be.
Well, that's always nice to hear.
I didn't mean it as a compliment.
Oh. Still, thank you.
You did me a favor when you wrote that article.
I wouldn't mistake it for sympathy.
No, just clarity.
Yeah. Clarity. So let's talk clarity.
Okay.
You were on your way to New York to turn yourself in? How does Billy Cusimano fit in?
Billy's my friend, and he did nothing but encourage me to turn myself in if I thought that that would bring me peace.
Hmm. You know his phone was tapped?
Yeah, they got lucky.
And you got unlucky?
Yeah.
Why now after 30 years?
You don't have kids, do you?
No, I barely have furniture.
Well, if you do, you'll realize that they change you. I have 2.
Mm-hmm.
Boy and a girl. And I waited until I thought they were old enough to be able to handle it, but still young enough that I can...
So was it a crisis of conscience? Remorse for past transgressions that became intolerable?
Past 30 years in a sentence, huh? Well, it must be nice to see the world so cleanly.
Didn't you once?
Most of us led very sheltered lives. We had no real relationship with violence. But at that time, all the kids were taken to the streets in Japan and France, China, Angola. There was revolution, and I wanted to be part of it.
Sure. Sounds groovy.
You think we were all just a bunch of doped up hippies running around. It was hardly groovy. Our government was murdering millions, and we could see horrifying images on the news, magazines, My Lai, Selma. Made us crazy. We didn't know what to do. We protested, we sat in, we got our skulls cracked, and the war just kept escalating. And then there was Kent State and Jackson State, and kids our age were being murdered by our government on campuses.
It's not our finest hour.
It wasn't abstract. There was a draft. You would have gotten a number, and then all you could do is just wait. And everybody knew somebody that was going over, or somebody that was not coming back. You never get over that.
Apparently not. It sounds to me like justification. I find it hard to believe that the only option available to you at the time was violence.
Well, we thought that sitting at home while your government committed genocide and doing nothing about it, that was violence. What about you? What are you willing to take a risk for?
I don't know. I know that I wouldn't blow up a building. I wouldn't kill anybody for anything.
Yeah, well, dissent can be dicey. But you can't get to my age without some regrets.
Would you do it again?
If I didn't have kids and old parents that I love, yeah, I would do it again. Smarter, better, different. But I'd do it, yeah. We made mistakes. But we were right.
And is Nick Sloan right? He has a daughter much younger than yours that he abandoned in a hotel room.
People do what they have to do.
But what are you doing then here? With me? I mean, you had a choice in all this after all.
Well, look at me. It doesn't matter what I say unless I say it to somebody who's interested in the truth. And it seems as if you're interested in the truth. Most people aren't. What are you gonna do?
My job.
Good.
And what do you think Jim, Nick, what do you think he's doing now?
Maybe you should figure that out. Look, if my coming here in any way was responsible for him being found out, well, that was not my intention. And he knows that. We never betrayed each other. Not once. Any of us over all these years. And I'm not about to start now.
What about Mimi Lurie? Is she out there living a good, clean, productive life?
Anything's possible. Mimi and Nick, we're different. Radicals, yes, but also lovers.
Did you
Time's up, sir. Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you for listening.
They did unforgivable things, but you gotta appreciate the commitment.
No, you don't. You appreciate the fact that the bank guard they murdered had 2 small kids.
It's just hard to reconcile it when leave their past.
Sir, don't allow yourself to get spun by these people.
I don't get spun.
Well, you've been pretty soft on her from the very beginning. We're the good guys here, but you seem not to care. You write an article that blasts my team publicly for doing our jobs well, and you make her out to be
I didn't
some
blast
victim.
anybody. She was turning herself in. That's what I wrote.
No, there was no deal. We had intel, we tracked her, we made the arrest. Now, where's that article? We took a 30-year fugitive off the street and would have gotten her partner if it hadn't been for some 2-bit journalists interfering.
Would you even know who he was if it wasn't for me?
Well, you do seem awfully tied into these people. So Lars only talks to you. You meet with Sloan 2 days before he disappears, giving him a big head start, if not more. Perhaps you're a little more interesting than I initially thought. We're bringing these people down, and I hope I don't find you in my way. Agent, I need you to report to an OPR review.
Don't ever ask me for anything again.
What are you talking about? I thought we were bonding.
I feel like I just watched you get hypnotized in there. I was just young, female, and opposing injustice. That's her justification. That was offensive.
I'm not arguing that point. Where are you guys on the Sloan thing? You think we can find him?
I think he knows how to run, which means he has an advantage. Terrorists justify terrorism, Ben. Don't get confused here.
Don't tell me you have to go when you don't have to go. This is Ben Shepard, Albany Sun-Times.
Yes.
Dr. Sloan, I've spoken directly to your brother. I've spoken to Sharon Solaris.
Yes.
I have something to tell you, sir. It's important that we speak.
Go ahead. Be quick.
2 minutes. But not over the phone. I don't trust phones. Yours or mine, for that matter.
You get here before 10.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Yes, we are currently outside the home of Dr. Daniel Sloan, brother of fugitive Nick Sloan. We have no new information to report at this time, but we are continuing to monitor the situation.
Ben Shepard. Yeah? Albany Sun-Times. Yeah. Malik Banjali, Reuters.
Hey, what's going on?
No interviews.
No interviews?
Yeah.
Hi, Ben Shepard, Albany Sun-Times. Dr. Sloan's expecting to see me?
Yes, he is, sir. You can go right up.
Thank you. Dr. Sloan, Ben Shepard, I'm sorry I'm late.
Yes.
Thank you. Beautiful.
So, tell me what you need to tell me.
Oh, okay. Well, your brother obviously counted on you. Great deal. Were you two close growing up?
He was my older brother. I looked up to him. I was a kid. I didn't understand what he was doing. You said you had something to tell me.
I'm just trying to figure out why you're helping him.
Well, I'm helping my niece. She's innocent in all this.
And your brother?
They blew up buildings. It's been well documented.
Did you approve that?
Of course not. Now, if you have nothing more to ask,
Do you think he's coming back for his daughter? Is that what he's doing?
Excuse me?
I'm trying to understand his thinking process. I mean, why not take his daughter with him? You know, why not change his name, disappear? He obviously knows how to do that.
You said you had something to tell me. Obviously, that's not the case. So I think we're done here. We didn't ask for this. I don't condone what he did, and I certainly don't appreciate you manipulating your way into my house. You need to leave.
Are you enrolling her in school? Because I tell you, this situation doesn't look like a permanent situation to me, and I'm guessing not to you either. And what is he doing? Buying himself time for something.
I don't know. For what?
I don't know. I'm asking you. Your brother's nothing if he's not logical. And right now, nothing he's doing makes any sense if he's guilty.
Help yourself. You know, you should... Holy shit. It's right over here, lumberyard. Don't worry, nobody's watching.
You're on, Daniel. We'll get to you soon enough.
Yeah, well, anyone works for me is next con anyway.
Boy, this is some operation you got here.
Yeah, I got redwood, you got pine, cedar, western red cedar. You can smell it. It's environmentally certified.
Yeah, I can see you're still into herbal teas and soy product.
Yeah, well, you know, I quit drinking and smoking and I gained weight and shit, man, why am I telling you this? I don't belong to the collective anymore. I don't answer you.
I need a place to stay the night. And a couple of questions answered, Donald.
Okay, crash my place.
Hey, it's this truck. That guy looks a little bit like Rick. Remember him? The roadie from Monterey?
That is Rick. The roadie from Monterey.
Jesus, I thought he died.
We all died. Some of us came back.
Keep in touch with anybody else?
A few. Steve and Penny Carroll, they're in New York. And, well, let's see. Noah, I go visit Noah, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's a long buck, you know. I see him a couple times a year. And, little Sweeney and Laura Horse.
Do you know where she is, Dom?
No, man, I don't.
After the bank, Sharon came to you for help.
Really? How do you know that?
Because of the name she lived under before she married her current husband. It was in the papers when she was arrested, Coyle. And that was you when you went under in '72. I figured you got married and gave her a new identity, and then she went somewhere else, and then after a couple of years, you gave an uncontested divorce and left her with a name. Right? Am I right? Did Mimi come to you, too?
Well, now, why would Mimi come to me? You know, shit, man, this is a real shit-kicker of a question. And to show up and ask me to trust you with information that makes me an accessory to murder? Neither of them had any fucking right to ask me a thing, and neither do you. I mean, I wasn't one of you guys for the B&M, and I wasn't even on a damn committee. I was the fuck out of it, and
Was he
you know
coming
that.
or not?
All right.
Just tell me, for Christ's sake.
All right. You know better than anyone, Mimi. It was not going to be some kind of suburban housewife drive a minivan and go to the PTA. She was going to live or die a freedom fighter. She was married in the movement. You know, last I heard about her, she was on her way to Cuba. Ten houses down, the one with the green windows. But go around to the side, to the kitchen. And what about you? Why didn't you come to me for help back then?
I didn't want to go too far.
Too far? Well, you stayed?
Yeah, for a while. Thought she might come back.
Who? Lurie? Come back? Oh, come on, get real, man. Mimi Lurie's nothing but a dream you once had.
Afternoon, ma'am. Are you aware you're inside the shipping lane?
Oh, so sorry, Captain. We're practicing for the Catalina Cup, but we're too fast to get in anyone's way.
Roger that. Just stay east of 122.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Hi, Terry.
Thank God for government bonds. My accountant used to laugh at me for being risk-averse. Don't give me that capitalist dog look. Going legit has its advantages.
Sure, as long as bankrupting people's pension funds remains legit. And running good, honest weed remains criminal.
You're gonna want to look at that. I saved it for you. Sharon Solar's a housewife in Vermont. You believe it?
Shit.
And Billy Cusimo.
Who?
From the Brotherhood. Nice to know Billy's keeping the flame alive. And Nick Sloan, a lawyer from Albany. Christ. How'd he manage to pull that one off?
That's what he always wanted.
As I recall, you two were pretty tight.
I don't know, it was a long time ago.
So why do you think she decided to turn herself in after all these years?
I don't know, Mac. Guess she got tired.
Yeah. Times change, babe.
Times, maybe.
Mr. McGowan, this is Ben Shepard calling again from the Albany Sun-Times newspaper. As I said, this is regarding the research that we're doing on the Bank of Michigan robbery. And I would appreciate a call back. My number is 518-555-1218. Hello? You're not gonna believe what just happened to me. FBI was in my apartment.
I don't need this right now.
Search warrant. No probable cause. That's the story, Ray.
It's not a story.
They're pissed because I'm doing their job better than they are.
Well, you know how to make friends.
It's not about making friends. It's about making history. We're talking about history now.
I got your request. I can't send you to Michigan.
You have to send me to Michigan. She's being indicted in Michigan.
We'll get it from the wires.
No, wires are shit. This is big. I'm putting us on the map. People know my name, Ray. You have to send me out there.
Hey, have some fucking awareness, okay? This isn't all about you. I just laid off my sports department.
Well, who gives a shit about Albany High girls soccer? I mean, what are we talking about, Ray?
An asshole.
I'm not being an asshole. Why are you acting like we're not killing you right now? I'm on the fucking 10-yard line. I'm on the 10-yard line. You're stopping me right now.
That's a bad article.
It's a bad article. It's an exclusive with the guy's brother. It's a bad
You
article.
took a shot at him. You made it personal.
He's a schmuck, Ray.
I don't fucking care what he is. That's not what we do, and this is not the first time. You don't just destroy someone to see if you can uncover something. That's a shitty way to go about things. Got it?
The fact that we're even having this conversation is ridiculous.
Well,
I gave you an exclusive with Sharon Solaris. I gave you an exclusive with the guy's brother. Nick Sloan would still be defending Spotted Owls if it wasn't for me. Nobody can do what I am doing, Ray.
Alan Springer returning?
I gotta call him back.
I'm in this in a big way. I need support now, Ray. I need you to support me.
And you need to stop provoking people, especially the FBI. Okay?
Okay.
I got bosses too, you know. So what are you thinking?
You know, I'm still wrapping my head around it. These people they're all nuts, but none of them are logical. You know, if this man is trying to escape, if he was trying to disappear, he'd have taken his daughter with him.
Maybe.
But he didn't. Instead, he conducts a very risky and complicated series of switches, gets his daughter in safekeeping, gets to New York by himself, alone, which changes everything, right? I mean, if the guy is innocent and he's running because he's innocent, why doesn't Sharon just clear him?
Because she's in custody and she was his partner, and that doesn't hold up in court.
Yeah, but why hide for 30 years if you're innocent? You know?
Innocence only gets you so far.
Michigan number. That's where it all started.
Because you're not going to Michigan.
Ben Shepard. Miss McGowan. Thank you for calling me. He is. I'm sorry for your loss. Okay. Bye-bye.
Donald! What are you doing?
I went to get you a car.
Oh, shit.
What? You thought I ran out on you?
I thought maybe you realized what a risk you were taking for a guy you hardly know.
Hey, do you remember we used to be best of friends? You remember that? Yeah. Here's a key. It's clean. It'll get you out of town at least.
Call the cops in the morning. Tell them I came to see asking for help and you refused because you're a upstanding, law-abiding citizen.
Oh, jeez. All right, now listen to me. Mimi did come to me. I put her in touch with Jed Lewis. He made some introductions. Political friends. in Havana.
Jed Lewis?
Yeah.
I thought Jed was above ground. How can
No,
he...
no. He's got the list, so he can find her. All right, fucking run, man.
Call you back.
A security guard is dead after a robbery turned violent at Briarwood Mall. And 5 minutes after 8 a.m., a man and a woman, masked and armed, entered the local branch of the Bank of Michigan.
An exchange of gunfire occurred between the suspects and bank security guard Hugh Crosby, pronounced dead at the scene. According to investigating officer Henry Osborne, the investigation is considered active and ongoing.
Osborne.
Hello?
Hi, my name's Ben Shepard. I'm calling from the Albany Sun-Times newspaper. Albany, New York.
I should hope so.
I've left a couple messages. I'm trying to locate Police Chief Henry Osborne.
Former police chief.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to ask him a couple of questions regarding the recent Sharon Solara's arrest. He is still...
Alive.
Yeah.
Why, he better be. I'm on my way to the yacht club to see a ghost.
See, I'm here in Detroit doing some research, and from my understanding, his department was pretty involved in the Bank of Michigan investigation. I just wanted to ask him a couple of questions about that.
He's not here right now.
Well, I'm just doing a little background.
But he's still not here.
Well, how about this? Can I give you my number, and then maybe you can pass it to him? I'd really appreciate it. I'm quite harmless.
Really?
The number's 518-555-1218. That's my office, and I'm calling you from my cell. Thanks for your time.
The manhunt for Nicholas Sloan continues at this time in Milwaukee, where former Weather Underground member Donald Fitzgerald was taken into custody today. Federal authorities suspect Mr. Fitzgerald of aiding and abetting Nicholas Sloan, who continues to elude federal investigators. Sloan's
Nick
identity
went to
was
Donald.
revealed 3 days ago.
He's trying to find me.
You're safe here. You can lie low.
You know, I counted last night. I've walked out on 6 lives. 6 sets of friends. 6 lovers. 6 homes, 6 names. Not including my own.
So you're moving on again? You want to take the boat?
No, I'm going inland.
Well, door's always open.
Thanks, Mike.
You submit one goddamn receipt from this trip, and you're fired on the spot. Get it?
Yeah.
Right, like you haven't said that before.
Don't fuck with me, Ben. I'm not in the mood. So, are you in Milwaukee?
No, I'm in Michigan.
Your guy was spotted in Milwaukee.
I know that. I saw it on the news.
Here, I thought we were the news.
Look, I'm working on it, Ray, all right? I'm busting my ass.
Good. You got 24 hours to get me something and you can keep your job.
No shit. My job that doesn't pay?
Yeah, that one, and you're lucky to have it.
Okay.
Well,
Mr. Osborne. Ben Shepard, Albany Sun-Times.
You're a long way from Albany, Mr. Shepard.
Now, phones don't work so well out there. You're a hard man to pin down.
Apparently not. If you mind, there are proper channels with my friends and family here.
I'm sorry. I know it's an intrusion. I just didn't want to disturb you at home.
What?
Can I speak to you, please, sir?
Excuse me.
Thank you.
Now, what is it you're here for?
Well, sir, I was just hoping I could ask you a couple of questions regarding the Bank of Michigan investigation.
That was a long time ago.
But you watch the news. I'm sure you're aware Sharon Solara's has been brought back to Michigan to stand trial. Nick Sloan has been identified and is on the run.
I am aware.
How involved is your department with the Bank of Michigan investigation?
This is all in the public record.
What about before that? My understanding is you covered the campus, and they were pretty active, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever come in contact with Mimi Lurie or Nick Sloan before they went underground?
No. I'm sorry, what is it you're trying to get answered? You know, maybe if I knew the question, I could better help.
Well, I'm just trying to understand the evidence of the case. Sharon Solars was a teller. She went through the training program. It's pretty self-explanatory. But when you get to the others, that's where I get lost. Mimi Lurie, Nick Sloan, Vince D'Alessandro. That's where it starts getting blurry for me.
Does it? D'Alessandro's prints were on the gun. He got caught a couple of days later on an anonymous tip. He testified against the others. He was already on parole.
Ended up dying in prison, or getting killed, killing himself, depending on whose report you believe.
Others were all fugitives at the time, already wanted by the FBI, already underground. They knew how to disappear, and they did.
Yeah, it's just this time I think he's doing something different.
Why should this time be any different than before?
Well, this time I don't think he's running away. This time I think he's trying to clear his name.
Oh, lad. Well, how do you think he's going to do that?
I was hoping you could help me there.
Well, sure how. The getaway car was his car. His prints were all over it. There was testimony that he was there.
So, what am I missing?
Hi, Dad.
Hey! All right, sweetie. How are you?
How you doing? I'm Ben Shepard, Albany Sun-Times.
My wife, Mary Ann, my daughter, Rebecca.
Albany Sun-Times in Albany, New York.
Are you just passing through, Mr. Shepard?
He's just leaving. I'll be right there.
So I'm gonna be headed to, Ann Arbor for a couple of days, and I was just wondering if maybe we could sit down for another 5 minutes.
All right, I'll be headed back to town in a couple of days myself. Guess you got my number.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, hello. How is she? She's safe. She's right here. Listen, Eva is afraid the apartment's under surveillance.
I'm sure it is.
Well, we snuck out the service entrance and came to the park. And I can't guarantee we weren't followed.
Can I speak to her?
Hold on. Izzy.
Where are you?
Honey, you don't need to know that right now.
But why can't you just tell me?
Izzy, all I want to know is, are you okay?
Everyone is so mad at you.
How about you? You mad at me?
Where are you?
I'm trying to get back to you as soon as I can.
Got him. Just off I-94 near Gurney, Illinois.
Send the coordinates to the field.
I know, it won't be long.
Done.
You have a full green light. Still tracking?
Yep.
He's cooked.
Okay, send Bravo team down.
Did you kill that man?
Did I?
Kill him. That man at the bank.
Of course not.
Then why'd you have to leave?
Honey, one day soon you're gonna understand everything, I promise. I don't want you to grow up and look back on what I did and feel bad, ever. Okay? But now you're gonna have to help me. You gotta be strong. And then next time, you and I will go somewhere together. All right? Anywhere you like.
Home would be fine.
Gotta go. I love you. You do know that, right?
Hi. Ben Shepard, the man on the stairs.
Oh, right, yeah, I remember.
You don't look much like your parents.
I was adopted, so no. If that was your pickup line, it needs work.
What if I said?
I'm on a date.
Oh, you're on a date?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like that thing real people do.
Yes, that. Given your manners, I am really surprised my dad doesn't want to spend more time with you.
What? What are you talking about? Me and your dad are good. We're playing poker tonight. We're taking in the Pistons game tomorrow.
Fun.
Can I take you to dinner?
Excuse me?
Right, no. You're right. Coffee. What do you think?
I think that my date is on his way back and you should leave.
Not until we figure this out. Coffee or dinner?
Persistent.
Professional hazard.
Coffee
or dinner?
if you leave right now.
Okay, fine. Deal. Time, please.
Cafe at the Union, 2:30.
Okay. I know this guy's not right for you.
Says you.
Who's that?
Friend of my dad's.
Chance, someone once said, don't remember who. Chance is a nickname for Providence. Okay? Well, which is another way of saying that all history is inevitable, because it goes to the trouble of happening. Another point of view says that history is independent of individual will, determined by social conditions and relations of production. Relations of production, we remember that. There he is, Karl Marx. Now, these theories propose a history immune to effort, removed from the choices of everyday life. But history is made by human beings, and action and passion, no less than fate or economics, are its essential ingredients. Go, 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 go. But come back tomorrow, because we'll be discussing famine.
Enjoyed your lecture.
Thank you.
Action and passion sounds like something a friend of mine used to say.
No. No.
Need to talk to you, Big J.
Go to hell. How dare you show up here?
Where else could I go?
You're taking a hell of a chance.
Not by choice.
They're probably watching me, unlike you. They know who I am.
Dude, how's that working out, brother?
Fuck you. I have a life.
I was hoping for a little bit more. Hey, Nick, old friend, how are you? How you been these past 30-odd years?
For Christ's sakes, Nick, I'm a public figure. Do you know the position you're putting me in here? Nancy would forgive me banging a freshman sooner than talking to you.
You're still with Nan?
Yeah, some of us made it work.
Yeah, some of you got lucky.
It wasn't luck.
Well, what was it then? Jed, what was it?
We didn't kill anybody.
Jed, I need to find Mimi.
Looking for a girl? I got websites for that sort of thing. What makes you think I know where she is? Donald told me. Fuck.
Does it matter? Jed, does it matter?
Look, the truth, I haven't talked to Mimi since bell bottoms went on style, okay? I mean, how do you know she's even still alive?
I don't.
Why would I help you after all these years? We didn't even agree back then.
Because Mimi's the only person who can help me get my daughter back.
You got a daughter?
Yes.
No shit.
doesn't make sense. Where are you going?
Let's go. You can walk with us.
Yeah? So, tell me about yourself.
Peace Corps for a bit. Thought I was going to change the world. Decided it was actually people who needed changing. Went back to school to study psychology. Turns out psychology has nothing to do with that. Ended up in New York for a bit. I guess I thought I was going to change myself. Turns out I'm too stubborn.
You must be older than I thought. So what happens now? If in doubt, you go back to law school?
I'm not in doubt. It's my mom. She's a judge.
Really? So was mine. Just not professionally.
Okay.
You like Michigan?
I love it. Okay, you. I read one of your articles online last night. I read a couple of them, actually.
You're kidding me,
Yeah.
really? And what'd you think?
I think you broke a big story.
I did.
I think you're clinging to it like a life raft.
Oh, wow.
Now it defines you.
Wow.
Yeah, I do.
Maybe Psych's not a bad fit after all.
I kind of call him like I see him.
Fair enough. Call this one. Your father's ignoring me. Why?
I'm guessing because he doesn't want to talk to you? He's retired. I mean, and this was decades ago. He wants to fish and watch boats on the water. He's also not one for reminiscing.
You know he was close to the Lurie family?
Yeah. Her dad and my granddad were fishing buddies, I think.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. They used to go up to the Linder Woods in the UP. It's absolutely gorgeous up there. You would hate it.
The UP?
The Upper Peninsula.
You told me you never met her.
Huh.
That had to be hard. Live with the Lurie name after everything went down.
Yeah. I'm sure it was.
You ever talk about her when you were younger?
This was all way before my time. What are you thinking?
Can I speak honestly with you for a second?
Yeah.
People lie for two reasons. They speak unknowingly, it's a mistake, you know, or they do it intentionally. And having met a known fugitive who's also a family friend isn't something you would forget.
What are you getting at?
In my business, when someone lies intentionally, that's significant. It seems your father lied to me. I'm guessing it's some way to cover himself.
Look, Ben, I get that you're good at your job, but so is my dad. And I would put the quality of his character up against anyone in the world. So if you're insinuating that he was or is somehow involved in something that ends up in your paper, I would be damn sure you know what you're talking about. I may be a student of the law, but that's libel, and in my business, that's significant.
I'd like to see you again.
Bye.
Every sixth and seventh number.
How do I know who I'm calling?
You don't.
Okay.
Good luck.
Hi, this is John Smith. I'm looking for a plumber.
Are you now?
Yes, I am.
Wow. It's been a long time since I've heard that.
Is this line clean?
Babe, they didn't listen to me back then, and they sure ain't listening to me now. Who's calling?
Nick Sloan.
Nick Sloan? God, I just saw you on TV.
Unless you want to see yourself there too, we better hurry. I need to get to Mimi Lurie.
Where are you?
845-555-8249.
Okay. Let's see if we still got the juice. Hang tight, brother.
You want to hear something funny? I've been Jim Grant longer than I've been me.
That's nice.
Come on, Chad, we're just talking here.
We don't need to talk.
I think we do. You're angry.
Damn right I am.
Jesus. 30 years on, still holding a grudge, huh?
No. It was the lack of respect. You guys put everybody in danger. We didn't kill anybody. We didn't hurt anyone. We were a peace movement, for Christ's sake.
People make mistakes, Ed.
You turn yourself in and atone for what you've done, and then you keep up the struggle in any small way you can.
You like what you're doing now?
Yeah. Yeah. I like what I try to do. I like my students.
Seems like it's mutual.
Yeah. Yeah, I can still pack the hall when I talk about SDS. March on Washington, trying to change the world. They're drawn to it, I can tell. They just don't know what to do with it. I don't know why they would. It's ancient history to them. So they listen and clap, and then they update their Facebook statuses, and they forget all about it.
We've turned into our parents, Jim.
Yeah. Now we're just a story told to children.
Well, I'm glad someone's still telling it. Yeah, You the guy that needs a plumber?
I am. Line clean?
30 seconds to be safe.
Mimi?
Was here, yeah.
Here.
Big Sur.
Was.
Left yesterday.
Say we're going?
North.
By boat?
Would have made more sense, but she was heading inland.
Got it.
Good luck.
She gone?
Yeah. I know where she's headed. Hey, thanks for everything.
You really want to thank me, Nick? You'll never contact me again.
Everything we have on the reporter. He's been in Michigan for 2 days. Background on people he's contacted and places he's visited.
Stay on it.
Of course, sir. Travel safe.
Can I see some ID, please? All right. Thank you, Mr. Haywood. Have a good day.
Looking for real estate records and plat maps. Lurie family, Linder Lurie Lumber, and Linder Holdings going back 50 years. Those three. So where are the Linder Woods?
I have no idea.
What about Drummond Island?
It's up here, right across the water from Canada.
And this white part, this is private property, right?
Beats me.
But I mean, it's not part of that conservancy or that preserve or whatever that is?
Doesn't look like it. Don't see any sales or state seizure reports.
But if this is privately owned, somebody's still paying taxes on this, right?
I don't know.
Can I have copies of all this?
Sure.
I'm standing outside the Ann Arbor Courthouse, where Sharon Solars entered a plea of not guilty. Judge Panamino remanded her without
Mr. Osborne,
bail.
can I speak to you?
Not now.
Not talking to me is a very dangerous decision for you right now.
Not here. I'll call you.
Look, if I don't hear from you soon, it's
You will.
Don't bother cleaning up. We won't be here that long.
You came.
You look older.
You look the same.
Yeah, right.
Meme, we gotta talk.
So talk?
Come on, Mimi, is this the way you're gonna play it? Like we don't know each other, like I'm just some adversary?
Aren't you?
Don't.
Okay. So why am I here? Why did you smoke me out?
Smoke you out.
You went to Donald.
I had to.
Well, I got the message. I'm here. Nick, I can't help you. That's why I'm here. I came to tell you. I figured I owed you that.
I have a daughter.
I know.
She's almost 12.
What's her name?
Isabel. Your middle name, yeah.
Didn't you love your wife?
More than you can imagine.
Oh, I can imagine.
Look, I know this child. She's probably never gonna get over what's happened to her already, and she's got a whole life ahead of her. So I'm asking you
You're
just
asking me to give myself up so I can clear you for the sake of the child. I see. Everything to protect the new little family. Fuck your principles. Fuck anything else you used to stand for. Well, the struggle doesn't end just because you got tired of it.
I didn't get tired of it. I grew up.
We promised each other we weren't gonna do that.
Yeah, but it happened. I left the movement for the same reason I joined it, because I didn't want to see good people's lives thrown away for nothing.
You've waited a long time to tell me that, haven't you?
You've been a long time coming home from the bank.
You were close to Mimi Lurie's family.
Wouldn't say close. My dad knew her dad.
You went to the same school, same church. You went on fishing trips together. There's something you're not telling me.
What are you driving at, Shepard?
You know that Nick Sloan is looking for something or someone to clear him?
I know that's your assumption.
Could that be Mimi Lurie?
I'm off the record. Think it out. First, you'd have to find her and convince her to testify. Second, she'd have to surrender.
But as a participant's testimony?
That's the point. If Mimi comes out of hiding and surrenders herself to testify that Nick Sloan wasn't at the bank, it's what lawyers call a declaration against interest. It destroys her own possibility of a defense. It would clear him.
Why? Why would she do that? Why would she give herself up to a jail sentence to save him? I mean, what is her motivation? You really think she's gonna do that?
Doesn't matter what we think. He obviously believes he can convince her.
Why now? Why not do this back then? How long have you known about this? I'm obviously not the only person in this conversation who knows about her ties to a piece of property just on the other side of Canada. Mr. Osborne, what's the actual charge against a law enforcement officer who fails to follow credible evidence about the whereabouts of a known fugitive?
I think there'd be a variety, actually.
You have information. Why aren't you coming forward?
You have information, too. So what are you gonna do?
I'm a journalist. I'm gonna do what I always do. And this information is gonna be on every computer screen in the next 20 minutes. And I'm gonna find out everything you're hiding from me. And I'm gonna expose it in a very big and very real way.
You're about to do a lot of damage to a lot of people. You have no idea how much.
I think they have it coming.
On that, you could not be more wrong. Innocent people are about to get swept up in this storm you're unleashing. Trust me.
Trust you. Tell me something, Mr. Osborne. Are you one of those innocent people?
No, I am not. But my daughter is.
How so?
I got something I need to do. But on my own terms.
Upper Peninsula.
Beck, it's Dad. I'm trying you again. Sorry about the messages. Listen, when you get a chance, I need to talk to you, to tell you, this Shepard guy, it's important, Beck. I love you, sweetie. Call me back, please.
I don't know why that's so hard to
What
figure
made you think
out.
that I was
For
ever
one
going to
thing,
be?
I didn't do it. It wasn't there, Mimi.
But you should have been, and everything would have been different. Vince lost his cool completely. You wouldn't have. Nobody would have gotten hurt.
Somebody didn't get hurt. Somebody got killed. A father, a husband with a family.
You think I didn't think about that when so many fathers with families were being killed?
That's-
And still
You
are.
shouldn't have gone, Mimi. You should have said no. We were done.
No, you were done. I never was. But you couldn't accept that.
Mimi.
You fooled yourself into thinking I was someone else. And you're still doing it.
I'm not the one fooling myself. It was over.
It wasn't over. It's still not over. Every single thing we said then is true today. And every single day, it's getting worse.
That's not the point.
Oh, it's exactly the point, Nick. I won't give myself up to a system I despise. I won't give up my freedom and accept their version of what life is
Mimi,
supposed to be.
How free are you? Really?
Well, I'm not in jail. I don't expect you to understand. They have you.
Oh, like hell.
A system that protects the super rich and the super rich and fucks over everyone else and the planet to boot.
Mimi, would you just stop?
Everyone has given up and given in. They're living at the expense of what they once believed. It's so sad. You understood this. I'm sorry you've forgotten.
I wish I had forgotten. Because my problem is I can't stop remembering. So if you build a wall so high, more power to you. You're stronger than I.
I will turn myself in. The day the politicians and corporations turn themselves in for all they've done, that's the day I'll hand myself in. Scout's fucking
Stop
honor.
hiding behind your
Oh,
fucking
don't turn it on
revolutionary
me.
rant. You know what I see? I see the same person. I see it, kid. I see it in your eyes. You can hide from everyone else in the world and be somebody else, but not with me. What are your memories, me? The ones you can't run away from. Hey. We had a responsibility beyond the cause. We had a baby. We were so consumed by our principles that we abandoned our most fundamental duty.
We were doing our duty, Nick. We made a plan that if anything ever went wrong,
Never should have
we
carried
knew
out that plan.
exactly what we had to do. We both agreed.
We were wrong.
We had no choice.
And we should have known it. We were wrong. We both accepted it. And we both had to live with it.
It wasn't a dream. It was a possibility that we could have made a reality. That we could make them stop.
Yeah, we could change things. If we could make a difference.
I still believe in that possibility.
Is that all you believe?
Can you put me through to Ben Shepherd, please?
Rebecca!
What did you say to my dad? He sounds really upset. What do you mean?
He left me a dozen voice messages last night. He said it had to do with you.
What is going on?
You're gonna have to talk to your father.
You're up.
Remember when these trees were so small, you could see clear across the water. I saw her.
What?
I went to Ann Arbor on my way. I didn't want to. I just couldn't help myself. I sat in my car like some kind of stalker.
Meme.
She's really something, Nikki. Truly.
We always intended to tell you the truth.
You always intended.
At the time, we felt
We hoped that nobody needed to know.
I never asked about my birth parents. I really never needed to know.
We know. There's no way to make this easier.
we redid your identity, paper to legal adoption.
None of that matters to me. Did you think I couldn't handle it?
Sweetie, we gotta talk through this. No one's perfect, Beck. I love you.
I love you too.
I can't do what you want me to do, Nikki.
I know. I guess I was hoping you would become the person who could. So it goes.
Sir, the local K-9 units are on the way.
Roger that.
Hello? I'm here alone? Hello?
You?
Shh. You expect to see somebody else? She here?
Who are we talking about?
Who are we talking about? Mimi Lurie. That's who you came to see, right?
Huh?
Mimi Lurie. That's who you came to see, correct?
Why would I do that?
She could testify you weren't at the bank.
Almost sounds like a news story, doesn't it?
Fortunately, I need a source.
Really? Must be a new policy.
She here, Nick?
She never was. You call him?
No.
Well, you got yourself a story, kid. Congratulations. Hope you're satisfied.
I don't want to see a guy go to jail for the rest of his life for something he didn't do.
Is that what passes for idealism these days?
Is Mimi gonna surrender?
No.
No. So where are you going?
Well, before she can not surrender, she has to first not get caught.
I don't understand. There was an easier way.
Usually is. You'll learn that lesson.
You know, I met your daughter. Your older daughter.
And you really do have yourself a story, don't you? I'm guessing you didn't just stumble into this information. By my count, there are exactly 4 people on the planet that knew about this. You get let in on something like this, Ben, you get answers, but not the ones you think. Secrets are a dangerous thing, Ben. We all think we want to know them, but if you've kept one to yourself, you come to understand that doing so means that you may learn something about somebody else, but you also discover something about yourself. I hope you're ready for that. At this point, I have no more secrets. You're a smart guy. Hold on, I'm not gonna hurt you. You know exactly what motivates me and has for the last 30 years. What you're gonna have to figure out is what motivates you. I hope you like the answer.
Hold on, Nick. Nick!
When the FBI comes, they'll follow me. They'll never know she was here.
There he is.
We'll take up. You guys flank around from there. Nicholas Sloan, you're under arrest for the murder of Hugh Krasny.
Can't say I'm happy to see you.
1980 Bank of Michigan robbery, surrendered herself to authorities today near Drummond Island, Michigan, just across the water from Canada. She confessed to her role in the robbery, which resulted in the death of a guard. Charges have been dropped against Nicholas Sloan, long thought to be a co-conspirator in the robbery. No comment yet from Sloan, who is expected to be released from custody as early as tomorrow. In other news today, 1 in 5 schools in the downtown area was
Mr. Sloan, how long were you a member of the Weather Underground?
I have nothing to say.
Do you have any plans for today, for your first day free?
Clear back, please. Oh, I think I'll float over here. You left coming.